In this powerful training tutorial, I will teach you what to do and say on your first day at work in your new job. Now remember, on this channel, I always teach you the importance of first impressions. The same rule applies when you start a new job. You must make a positive first impression. And in this tutorial, I will give you 10 powerful tips to help you be confident on your first day at work, impress your supervisor, and build a connection with your co-workers. And just very quickly, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am here to help you progress throughout your career. I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please give the video a like. That really does motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's jump straight into the tutorial. Okay, to help you get your new job off to a brilliant start, I will teach you the following 3 things in this tutorial. Number 1, I will quickly explain why you must get your first day at work in your new job off to a positive start. Number 2, I will then tell you the 5 things you should never say or do on your first day at work. If you say or do any of these 5 things, you could struggle moving forward. And then number 3, I will give you 10 easy to remember tips that are guaranteed to put you across as a confident, productive, and supportive employee on your first day at work. So to begin with, why is it important to get your first day at work in a new job off to a positive start? Well, it's important because everyone in the team will be watching you. They will form an opinion of you within the first few hours of you starting work there. You will be like a magnet on your first day. People will be intrigued as to who you are, what you look like, how you dress, how you communicate, and how you are going to fit into their team. Now, whether it's right or wrong doesn't matter. Your co-workers and your manager will be watching you, so it's important to say and do the right things. So let me now help you prepare for your first day at work by telling you the 5 things you should never do. Here we go. Number 1, do not be late. This is important. Whatever you do, do not be late on your first day at work. Punctuality is crucial in all jobs. In fact, if I was starting a new job, I would turn up 15 minutes before my scheduled start time on my first day. Number 2, don't gossip or talk disrespectfully about anyone, even your former employer. Also, if you've heard anything negative about your new employer, don't ask your co-workers if it's true. Instead, show yourself to be a positive and professional person who has integrity. Remember, you don't know your team members yet or who you can trust. The 3rd thing you should never say or do on your first day in a new job is book time off. Even if you have a holiday planned soon, booking time off on your first day at work shows you are more interested in not being there. If you do need to book time off, wait until the 2nd week of working there at the very least. Number 4, do not show off. Now, showing off is a surefire way to make your new co-workers wary of you. People who show off tend to be insecure and they need the admiration of others to boost their confidence. If you are great at something, wait until someone asks you about it or it comes up in conversation, because that way people will have more respect for you. And the 5th thing you should never say or do on your first day at work in a new job is be too familiar. Now, while your work colleagues will be checking you out on your first day to see what you say and do, you should be doing the same to them too. Now, yes, be friendly and approachable, but don't be too familiar, and avoid telling jokes or showcasing what you got up to at the weekend, especially if it involved drinking lots of alcohol. Okay, now we know what not to say and do on our first day at work in a new job. Let me give you 10 crucial tips for creating the right first impression, being confident, and building a good connection with your work colleagues. Tip number 1 is to wear a smart and professional outfit. Now, an easy way to show your manager and work colleagues you have high standards is to wear a smart and professional outfit. People, unfortunately, judge others on what they wear, and a smart and presentable outfit will show you to be a confident person who is serious about their work. Tip number 2 is to check your personal hygiene. This is very important. Now, at work, we often collaborate closely with other people, and if an employee's personal hygiene is not taken care of, some team members might steer clear. Tip number 3 is to greet everyone you come into contact with in your new job with a smile and a firm handshake while looking them in the eye. Now, a handshake says a lot about a person's confidence. If you don't introduce yourself to your team members, they might think you're rude. If your handshake is weak, they will think you lack confidence. Now, a confident greeting with a smile and a firm handshake will do wonders for a first impression. Tip number 4 of what to do on your first day at work in a new job is to ask questions and take notes. Now, a great way to create a first impression on your first day at work is to ask plenty of questions and take notes. You will have so much information to absorb on your first day at work, it can be overwhelming. Now, information about your role, what your team members do, their names, where the facilities are, and how the business operates will all be things you must learn on your first day. So ask questions if you're unsure and take notes of the important things so you can refer to them later on. Tip number 5. On your first day at work, ask your manager the following question. What is expected of me in the role? Now, the answer to this question will give you the clarity and information you need to do your work to the expected standard and, more importantly, contribute to your team's objectives. Tip number 6 for creating a really good impression on your first day at work is to organize your desk or working environment. Now, at some stage during your first day at work, you will be shown where your desk is or the area you will have to work in. Keep your working space tidy and organized. This is important. People will judge you based on your tidiness. If your working space is organized and free from rubbish and clutter, people will respect you. Tip number 7 of what to do on your first day in your new job is to get to know your team. Now, on your first day at work, find out your co-workers' names and what their roles are. Again, take notes because this will prevent you from having to keep saying, "What's your name again?" and "What do you do?" Once you know your team members' names and functions, you can decide where you are going to fit in to the team. Tip number 8 is to find out what the company policies and procedures are. Again, this is important. So this is an area often neglected by people when they first start work. A company's policies and procedures are important to learn because they are the rules employees must follow. If you don't know what the rules are, you are more likely to make mistakes, which isn't a good thing when you first start work. Now, I recommend asking your manager the following question on your first day. What company rules and procedures do I need to learn? Tip number 9 is to set yourself SMART goals. Now, a brilliant thing to do on your first day at work is to set yourself SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and timely. Write down a list of the goals you must work towards, the tasks you have to complete, and the projects you need to collaborate on, and make sure you give yourself a definitive amount of time to complete them all. Again, taking this type of action on your first day at work in your new job will show you to be a productive, organized, and reliable team member. And tip number 10 of how to create a really good impression on your first day at work is to accept any social invitations. Now, if your co-workers invite you to lunch or a coffee break, accept it. There is a temptation on your first day at work to not take a break because you have so much to learn and absorb. However, it is important to bond with your co-workers, and a great way to do this is in a social setting. Okay, so the next thing to do, if you want to download the slides that contain all of that training of what you need to do and not do on your first day at work in your new job in a PowerPoint format, is click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head through to my website courseslides.com and I will give you a PowerPoint presentation that explains exactly what not to do and to do on your first day at work. Make sure you check that out. Also, I am here to help you progress progress throughout your career. I can only do that if you are subscribed to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button. Also, give the video a thumbs up, give it a like. That tells me you find this free training useful and it motivates me to create more content for you. And make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always a pleasure and an honor to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best on your first day at work in your new job. Thank you very much.